I'm on the side of the road. I don't know what to do. The windows in my car completely fog up. I see flashing lights. $175,000 commission check. Welcome to episode 3 of Real Estate Stories. I have these buyers that are flying into town with the intention of buying a $4 million home cash. This is the most expensive buyers that I'd ever dealt with. They told me, Derrick, when we get into town, not only do we want to look at houses, we want to buy a house. So I spent the previous 3 weeks meticulously setting everything up, making sure everything was perfect for when they got into town. The thing I did not prepare for was the night before they flew into town. I went out to get a little dinner, and I went to a restaurant, and I got food poisoning. I'm not gonna mention the name of the restaurant, Miller's Ale House. I felt like I did the ice bucket challenge in the middle of the night, woke up soaking wet, and just proceeded to projectile vomit the entire night. And I was like, you know what? This is not ideal. But there was nothing that was gonna stop me from meeting with these buyers and selling them a house and getting a big fat commission check. Next morning I got up, took a shower, and off I went to show these homes. Halfway there, I start to feel a little rumbling in my stomach. I don't really like what's happening right now, but I kept driving because I have to get to these showings. And sometimes you lose control of your bowels, which is what I did. Yes, I pooped in my pants, like a volcano erupting. It sounded like a 50cc dirt bike going up a hill. It sounded like I tried to drown a trumpet in a Chili's deep fryer. Like, this was explosive. Immediately pull over to the side of the road. Immediately have a panic attack. I'm on the side of the road. I don't know what to do. I'm sweating so much, the windows in my car completely fog up like the scene from the Titanic. Except there was nothing fun happening in my car, only a tragedy. Took my pants off, I took my undergarments that were just, I threw it out the window. Pull my pants up. As soon as I get them up, I see flashing lights. Now, my initial thought is, God, is that you? I wish. It wasn't God, it was the boys in blue. A cop gets out of his car, approaches my car. I roll the foggy window down. He's hit with an aroma he wishes he never smelled. This cop, in this moment, it's like, I wish I had a different job. Immediately, he turned just as pale as I did. I look at him and I say, Officer, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just pooped my pants. The officer looks at me and says, have a nice day. Turns around, walks back to his car. Didn't ask for my license or registration. I roll the window up, I start making a beeline towards the first showing. Thankfully, a Target had just opened that was nearby the house. I get there, buy completely new clothes, go and change in their bathroom, start heading to the showing. I get to the house, I get out of the car, the buyer's there with the listing agent that was there to open up the house to show it. And I look like I just was hanging out with Michael Phelps. And the buyer says, are you okay? And I was like, man, Florida humidity, what can I say? Every now and then I would look to the buyer and say, hey, I got a call coming in, I'll be right back. And I would go outside and barf my guts out. We finished the showings. The buyer looks at me and says, Derrick, we want to put an offer in on house number 5. So I say, great, I'm gonna head back to my office. And by office, I mean back to my house to sit on my toilet. I head back there, write up the paperwork, send it off, immediately go to bed. The next morning, the buyer calls me up and says, Derrick, hey, just want to let you know, after we left you, we did some driving around and we ended up stopping by a new community. There was a house we fell in love with and we put an offer in on it. Turns out this community was in an area they said they did not want to be in, and they put a $3.5 million home under contract without me. Now, to put more salt on the wound, I ended up looking up that community and they were paying a 5% co-broke, which equates to a $175,000 commission check. And all I was left with from that day of showings was a stain in my pants and a story to tell. This has been episode 3 of Real Estate Stories.